Good evening. Coming to you live from the Sports Center, MacArthur Island, Kamloops, British Columbia. A battle of 1-1 teams here. Team Alberta playing Team BC as Alberta enters the ice, and their roster is number 6, Morse, Macy Morse, Tyler LaBelle, Sophie Erlam, Sam Baker, Phoenix Big Snake, Jorlyn Hempel, Cameron Wrestler, Ava Vervac, Riley Bork, Mika Cutknife, Babe Boudreau, Carolyn Head. On the back end, they got J.D. Sansgret, Grace McGinnell, A.V. Cheval, number 8, Deja House, Emma LaBelle, Kyra Rossnetter, and starting in goal, number 31, Harley Houle. And the coaches for Team Alberta, head coaches, Brian Tolles from Michael Band, Kendra Rosenchuk from Sucker Creek, and Chelsea Gauthier from Peavine Métis Settlement. Trainers, Courtney Williams, Trevor Lambell is the manager, and the apprentice coaches, Ashton Berlin from Spruce Grove, Alberta. BC starting lineup is they have number 18, Neela Moores, Tyani Makokas, Adriana Friedman, Lily Deckers, McKenna Brassard, Sophie Makokas, Maddie Niche, Preston Gabriel, Hayden Wild, Haley Sitter, Peyton Correa, Jada Sadler, Danica Menard, Jayla Bottle, Madison Bach, Russell, Preston, Riley, and Gladstone gets the start as the puck is ready to drop for the 7 o'clock game of Alberta and BC, a battle of 1-1 teams as Alberta beat the defending champs, Team Ontario, yesterday in an impressive fashion. And they fell to Team Sask, and BC's 1-1 with a loss to Toba and a victory over Eastern Door North. So good quick pace hockey to start off as the puck's behind the net. Puck's loose, kicked aside by Harley Houle. Turns it aside as Makokas gets a little bit of a trip. Is tied up, and the net comes off the mooring at 19:24 behind Harley Houle. We want to do a shout out to the Vervicks back home as the grandparents are at home listening. Big shout out to Ava's family back home in Alberta and Manitoba. They're spread all over Canada here as puck off the wall, BC pitches. Here's Menard, walks in and scores! Danica Menard jumps in at 19:05 of the first period. She jumped all over that puck to open the scoring for Team BC as Menard snipes one on Houle. No chance at all as British Columbia jumps to the lead quickly here as the defensive pairing of Menard and Bottle, as Bottle dumps it in deep as BC's on the puck again as Makokas is in on the puck. Sophie Makokas forechecking it. Bottle rips it in. There's 15 on it. Who's Hayden Wild as that puck's chipped back is number 14. Oh, another shot as Harley Houle got the glove end and puck came loose, but she managed to cover it up as BC's coming out in a quick pace here as they go with the line of Morris, Makokis, and Freeman here. And Alberta's going with Vervik, Rossletter, and Bork as Alberta dumps it to the left of Gladstone. And behind the net is Bottle, wheels around and bodies out. Her player as number 14 hits the ice hard as for BC. That's number 14 for British Columbia. Riley, who got ended up pretty hard behind Gladstone. Looks like British Columbia is the home team getting the last change. As the ref signals, let's play some hockey here in Kamloops. This old building hosted a lot of games over the years, a lot of good teams from the Kamloops Rockets to the Kamloops Cowboys to the Kamloops Junior Blazers, and now they're hosting Team Alberta and Team BC as Alberta gets over center and wheels around, and that's dumped in by number 11, San Segret, who dumps it in, and that puck's kept alive at the line and flipped in by Alberta behind the net. And here comes number 5, Russell, who feeds it up to BC, and here they're coming, they're pressing again. They push it back to work in the corner, and number 7, Ava Cheval, muscles her pairing off the puck, and looks like we got a loose neck guard flying as BC is battling hard. Alberta's playing hard, and here they come. Here comes the captain, Deja House, who looking at trying to do a solo effort, and she's brought down hard as no penalty call on that play as Russell tripped her, as British Columbia seems to have a forecheck going here as we have Riley Bork's line out there as pinched off as number 13 Menard rubs off her check as looks like we got a penalty called here, a body check to number 14 for Alberta, which is Emma LaBelle. Gets 2 minutes for body checking at 16:26. So BC goes on the power play to the right of Harley Houle here, or left of Harley Houle, as British Columbia is up 1-0, and puck's brought back to the line as Menard again with a quick shot. Houle makes the save as Menard seems to be has her jump early as that puck back over to Menard, who looks at setting up and works the puck and hangs on and flips it out front. Oh, quick shot by number 18, Morse, that just misses. They got Morse, Brassard, and Makokis out there. That puck's in the corner, back to Menard. She pulls it to the corner, out to Bottle as Bottle walks out of the end and hangs on to the puck and lags it a bit, trying to set the play up. As took a little bit too long with that play, as Bottle's a little bit tired as she comes off, as here comes a Menard with a long stretch pass up to number 17 Brassard over to number 11 Korea, who comes outside the line as Gabriel all the way from the Okanagan area, as Menard thought her player was going the other way, and that was played by Houle. It could have been an icing call, but that was waved off. And here's number 16 Madison Back, who's had a pretty solid game earlier in that Manitoba game, and they came up short, but Bach had a lot of power play time, and Alberta dumps it out. 20 seconds left in this power play as Bach comes back, and they're looking at one last rush and better move the puck quickly. And here it's up to number 10 for BC, which is Tiana Makokis, who dumps it in, and BC's looking at one shot here as they're coming out, as there's Makokis. Again, a quick shot. Oh, she got a lot on that. That didn't miss by much, right over Poole and Alberta net. And here comes Alberta the other way. And a quick shot by number 18 for Alberta, which is Sophie Erlam, and that was partially blocked as Alberta looks at setting up, and turnover as BC has it in the neutral zone as Makokis swings around, and we got a change by BC as we have Corina and Sadler out there, and BC's defensive pairing is chips it up off the wall, and pretty good pace so far in this hockey game as Sadler chips it out. Looked like it was close to being offside as Sadler chips it up to number 11. Is that 11 Korea? No, that's number 20. Dekers, as Dekers is out there, as 11 is Corina, as forward check here, as here comes Dekers on the puck, and coming the other way as Team Alberta as they try the drop pass, and that's broken up, and here comes BC as they stop and turn as Korea didn't like what she's seen and turned to play the other way, and passed a little bit behind Sadler as BC has their top pairing out there with Bottle and Menard, as Bottle's getting tag team by two Alberta players, and here they're trying to wrap around, nobody home as Alberta chips that puck, and here comes Sadler with the puck, and she gets it out, and a quick change as comes on Preston Gabriel. Icing waved off as BC thought there would have been an icing call, but nice solid pass by Menard as number 8 for BC couldn't handle it. That was Sitter. Oh, we got a penalty here. We got a penalty as Preston Gabriel took a very undisciplined penalty in the offensive zone for tripping. Alberta is now going to the power play, and they send out number 19 and number 22 and number 16. So Phoenix Big Snake is out there, and that's Robin Big Snake, my good buddy from Alberta. That's his daughter as neck guard comes back, and here comes 17, Brassard, who's going to take this draw as she wins it cleanly as Menard flips it around, and BC can't get it out as now they do. And that puck sent to Houle as she kind of never handled it like she wanted to, as BC player got that puck. There's 3 Albertas on it, and yeah, number 17, Brassard, killed a little bit of time as 30 seconds gone in this power play. Alberta's offside as Big Snake got caught as her partner Baker was trying to walk in, and Big Snake was caught on the offside. 11:35 gone. 1-0 British Columbia. As Alberta's now on the power play as they're looking at regrouping here. They've got the pair of Seagret and number 15 Managon, who's got the puck, and here's number 4, a nice little move as she gets knocked off the puck as BC's playing aggressive with the 2-man forecheck, and a little bit of running around here as Alberta gets the puck back, and that shot's blocked by number 15 Wild, and she gets it down the ice, and now comes Freeman and number 17 Brassard to kill the last 43 seconds as we have out there number 14 Riley and Bottle on the defense as that puck shot off the linesman's skate as she couldn't quite get out of the way, and I'm sure the head official, Katie Thorne, is all over that, giving her linesman the business about where she should be playing. 31 seconds left in this power play for Alberta as BC seems to be stymieing them a bit here with their good hard work as Brassard's in on the forecheck as number 18 for Alberta picks the puck up, and that's Erlam who gives a long stretch pass, and coming the other way is Lambabe who tried to get it in deep as BC pushes it deep as here's number 14 Riley, who one last dump down the ice as that's waved off as BC kills the penalty off. We're halfway through the first, and there's a pickpocket as BC comes in. Tiana McCarthy, great goal! Number 21, Preston, set up by Sophie Makokis. What a setup by Sophie Makokis with a no-look behind the back pass to number 21, Preston Gabriel from the Okanagan Silks area. She pops the second goal of the game after BC killed that penalty off, and here's Menard with like a sauce pass up the middle, and BC gets it again, and there's number 18. Dumps the puck in. Morrison coming the other way is number 4 for BC. Here comes BC again. Here's number 14. Moving it the other way, which is Riley, who rips it in, and a shot turned aside by Houle. As number 10 for Alberta gets pickpocketed. Another quick shot as number 14, Emma LaBelle, boxes out is that number 18 for BC. That's it. Naya Morse, who got taken out by LaBelle there, and she was going to the net. We got the Karina Sitter and Sadler line out there as Alberta comes the other way as that play is broken up by number 19, Preston, who rims it around, and Alberta's got 3 men in deep on that puck as they try to work from behind the net, and that puck's chipped out as, Gladstone got her glove on that as that bounces wide as there's a forward check by Alberta, and BC comes out with the puck, and here comes number 20 who walks up the ice. That's Dekers, and she loses it as Alberta regroups, and coming the other way, a nice lead pass by number 18, Erlam, as BC gets it behind the net as Alberta is on the puck here as they walk it to the middle as here's number 8, Deja House, as that puck is flipped out by Sadler, not to the blue line. It's kept in by number 4, Lamba. She rips one. No chance for Gladstone on a giveaway at the blue line as Sadler couldn't get the puck out. The hardest play in hockey is the last foot when you can't get that puck out. Alberta gets on the board as Lama B rips it home. Looks like an unassisted goal as she put that upstairs with a beautiful shot as Gladstone had no chance. And here comes Alberta on the attack again as number 8, Howes, walks in as getting a little bit rough in the corner there as Alberta comes out. A nice stick check by number 14 as the bodies are flying as Makokis lays out her check, and Alberta's got BC back on their heels, and here they come. BC moving the other way as number 9 Freeman brings it in, dumps it deep as Team Alberta up the wall, down the ice, and looking like we got an icing call as number 8 House dumps it down as there was a lot of pressure by BC on them, and got a face off in the quarter. New hockey game, 2-1 BC over Alberta. Battle of the 1-on-1s as BC wins again, and no icing as that puck goes down, and Alberta gets a change, and here's Menard again wheeling around with a nice pass, and here's number 17 Broussard, who's bodying off them, angling them out with the puck, and she flips it to back to Broussard. A quick shot as that puck was quickly released by Tayani Makokis as Houle got her blocker on that and flicked it up as BC has the last change, and they're going to take advantage of that and set out the Sitter, Corina, and Sadler line, and trying to see if they can atone for the one goal they let in. But here they are, BC's on the puck, and no, that looks like Niche out there. She's been pretty quiet so far as that shot off number 8 Sitter as she can't control the puck as Alberta regroups in the quarter. Number 6 Morrison gives a nice rink-wide pass. Here comes Alberta the other way. Looked like a 2-on-1 as Morrison was wide open, but she couldn't get the puck in the corner as BC comes the other way. A nice pass to Gabriel as Gabriel puts it between her legs, walks in, and kind of got a weak shot off as Nish has the puck in the corner. Back to the D as BC's looking for a shot as Preston stepped up into the play as dangerous pass along the line as Alberta couldn't capitalize, and BC's in on a quick shot, and that off the glass and behind the net, taken by number 11 Sang Srigat, who gets that puck as number 5 for BC Russell knocks her check down, wins the battle, coming the other way, walks in, and little flip at the net, and Harley Houle will stop those shots all day long as she covers that puck up for a whistle with 5:11 remaining as the ref raises his hands as BC has the last change, but Alberta seems to sneak one in there on the change here as Alberta sends out the checking line here against this line of Wild, Gabriel, and Niche as here they come the other way as BC's trying to keep the puck in, as kept in by Wild as she flips it in the corner as Morris is out there as well as BC's looking to get some shots here as here's Bottle dishes it off to number 18 Morrison. He kind of swung out a little bit wildly, and Bottle stretches those long legs back, and that's waved off as she tried a little chip play as they're tangled up, and a nice pinch by number 10 for number 10 Carolyn Head from Alberta to break that play up, and a long stretch pass as Alberta flicks that puck in and does the change as number 10 Head is on the forecheck, and Menard in the battle with number 13 Boudreau as here BC's trying to get it out as they can't seem to get it out. Here they come the other way, and head man to number 9 Freeman, who kind of just threw it wildly. And here's number 16, Block, who steps in, and that shot's blocked and that play shut down. And BC brings it out by Brassard as she looks at wheel and in, and BC walks right in. A good stick check and quick shot but out from the point, and Alberta picks that rebound up, and BC's got a two-man forecheck going here as very aggressive forecheck is pitching in as Bernard. She's bodied a bit by Alberta player, and Alberta calmly throws it to the corner, and BC won't let them out as they're taking away a lot of ice here as Alberta finally gets it out. And now we have a whistle for offside as Freeman was caught in a little bit too deep as number 16, Bach, dumped that puck in. And we have the line of Correa, Sadler, and number 20, Deckers out there. Look like a little change in the lines as BC, as that puck's flipped forward or race to the puck. Here's number 16 who wins that puck. Big Snake has the puck, fishes it back to the point. Alberta, oh, and a big save by Gladstone, kicked a big rebound out, and Alberta tried a long shot by Sansigrat as here comes BC the other way. Korea dips it in for Sadler, but she can't catch it up as BC's on the forecheck here as they got one forward on that forecheck looking like a 1-2 as they're trying to protect the lead as that's broken up by Gabriel as she got it to center. 2:12 left. Oh, big body check by number 19, Preston, to win that puck battle. And BC flips it up, and that's between number 19's legs, and that went nowhere. Preston is all over the ice here, back and forth, and there's an icing call with 1:49 left in the first period. 2-1 from the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships here in Kamloops, British Columbia. I'm Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play. My cameraman is Mr. Goodyear. We've been at it all day long, and really exciting game here as BC chips it in the corner as Alberta wins that. As here comes Alberta the other way, as here's number 18 for Alberta, Erlam, who loses the puck, and oh my God, is number 4, Lam Abe tried to take the legs out, but here's BC as that puck's between the legs. Lambe coming the other way as that she walks around number 5, Russell, and there seems to be bodies flying everywhere. Alberta, BC, as they're mixing up, trying to win that battle, as Bottle is playing a little bit of physical hockey as she body checked her person, and that's shot down the ice for an icing with 55 seconds left. As number 5, Russell, was looking for a change, but that angle she took on that shot didn't work for her as Russell and Bottle been out there a little while, and they've been feeling a little bit tired as we have Tiana McCocus fixing her neck guard as the linesman's wheeling her over, and probably a good strategy to get a breather here as Alberta, they have the pairing of Sansigrat and number 15 McGonigal out there as Bottle is hanging on to the puck and gets it out of the zone. Here comes BC. Brassard gets it in, walks in. Bottle walks in. I thought she was tired, but she's not as she's taken down after throwing that puck at the net with 30 seconds to go. Brassard again with the puck. Body checked as McCocus is hit. Here's BC again trying to get a late goal, pushing hard as that clock's winding down, and Alberta gets the puck and settles it down, and looking at a nice long stretch breakout as number 21 dumps it in. That should do it for this first period as Menard and Bottle get busy, as there's a little bit of feistiness going on between Tiana Makokas sticking up for their captain Menard, as number 2 for Alberta, Riley Bork, giving Menard a little bit of stick and some businesses. All fun until war and games until somebody gets hurt, but they're playing for keeps. We got a 2-1 hockey game, BC over Alberta at the end of the first, and we want to give a big shout out to Phoenix Big Snakes family, my good friend Robin's daughter, and the Big Snake and Kat and Des. We want to give a big shout out to Uncle Big Snake back home and the Big Snake family, and of course all the cut knives from out in Muscatcheese as well. We've got a number of kids all over from Alberta, from Okotoks, Fort McMurray, Strathcona County, Sullivan Lake, Airdrie, Rocky Mountain House, Grand Prairie, Red Deer, Busby, Calgary, Sisiska, Lethbridge, and Muscatcheese, Grand Prairie, and Phoenix Big Snake from Cunley. And big shout out to all the Oiler fans out there tonight, as the Oilers are taking on, I believe, who are the Oilers playing tonight? Vegas Golden Knights, is that who they're playing? Oilers are playing Vegas, and after, in the first period, 17-25, it's 2-1 Vegas. As earlier tonight, the Hurricanes knocked off the Capitals in overtime, as Kamloops boy Logan Stankoven, he scores a big goal for Carolina, as well as Jacob Slavin, who gets the winner from Martin Nick and Orloff, as Orloff gets a big assist. As Alberta fans are giving it to me as they walk by, as the Oilers are down to the Golden Knights 2-1 here. And we're going to take a little break. I'm Shane Gottfredson, coming to you live from Kamloops, British Columbia. Well, we're back here in Kamloops, British Columbia, traditional territory that the Kamloops, the Secwepemc, part of the Okanagan are part of the Secwepemc territory, as I'm getting a little carried away here, calling the Shuswap territory Okanagan, but we're here in BC, and we're coming to you live, and I'm Shane Godfredson as Jayla Bottle has a huge gathering here tonight to watch her, as all the Seymours from Kamloops and all the fans from KIB are here, as some of our council members showed up tonight to watch our young band member Jayla Bottle, who's part from the Blood Tribe, as her dad Sean and her mom Jade Seymour from Kamloops, Vicky Manuel's here, Dalen Malloy, and I seen Boyd earlier, as we got a Tuesday night barn burner here. We're coming to you at 7:44 of the BC time, and as the Oilers, they seem to be down 2-1 to the Golden Knights, as the past Corey Perry pops one, as Mick Daddy and Draisaitl set him up, and Mark Stone has a couple goals tonight for the Vegas Golden Knights, set up by Eichel and Carlson, and Theodore. 2-1 is, of course, the Hurricanes, local kid Stag Hogan, he got a goal, as here we go, as the goalie Shane Jens, and we've got Gladstone for BC and Harley Poole for Team Alberta, as Alberta rips that puck into the corner, and BC moves it out. A nice breakout pass coming the other way as number 9, Freeman, walks in. A nice give and go as Menard tried to sneak one in, where to number 18 for BC is Morris. As here comes number 9. She walks out nice and easy. Quick shot. Ooh, that puck kind of fluttered a bit, as Freeman never got a lot on it. And Harley Hoole made that stop and kind of bobbled it. It wasn't the hardest shot, but she got it off, and looks like this building is filling up with fans here, as this is the last game on the ladies' side, as a lot of people from BC. Oh, BC's getting the shot away, and that's chipped off, as number 14, Riley, thought about stepping up and pedaled back, and her and Bottle are out there, as that puck is behind the BC net, as BC flicks it to the blue line. That's kept in by number 8, Deja House, as she wheeled it around back to the point, as House has it again. She's got some time. She got a lot on that. Oh, here comes BC the other way. Brassard's in a foot race, as she wheels it off, and what a goal by number 17, McKenna Brassard, who one-handedly fought off the check of number 8, House, who mangled her off. But oh my God, BC is up by 2 again here, as Bottle flicks that puck up, and we got a 3-1 hockey game, as Brassard puts BC up, as the hometown fans are loving it here, as here comes number 8 for BC. Sitter gets it in, as Niche and Sitter are out there with number 21 Gabriel, as they're trying to work it deep, as that puck comes out, as BC's got a heavy forward check, as that's kept just in. No, looks like they're calling that's no offside. Looked like offside to me, but BC's on the regroup here, as that puck's chipped to the blue line. as number 14, LaBelle, is battling in the corner here against number 8, which is Sitter, as that puck's off to the side as girls are getting physical, as Sitter gets set down as number 19 for BC, which is Preston, who was in deep, and she was sticking up for, number 8 Sitter. BC comes back with NAHC, Gabriel, and I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if she lost some teeth or a screw to her helmet, but looking like BC's going to need another skater out there as they have Gabriel, and here comes number 4, Sophie Makokis, as Alberta wins that draw cleanly as number 15, Wild, number 15, Manigal, wipes out NAHC behind the net as here's 21 for Alberta, gets it out, which is Wrestler, as, looked like a heavy hit by BC as that's number 21, Preston Gabriel, with the physical check along the boards as Gabriel gets that penalty from the Okanagan Nation. Her dad is Craig Gabriel, who seen him earlier, and he's off to Boston with his little son today, so he's not here as Preston goes to the penalty box as LaBelle does a little spin move and another spin move as that puck's chipped, as here's Menard as she dips it off. Nice soft pass as Alberta gets it back, and Alberta number 18 here, Erlam, is hanging on the puck as she flips it off to LaBelle, as LaBelle flips it off to the corner as Menard picks it up and gets it to the blue line as Alberta, that puck's chipped out by number 17, Broussard, as there's a battle as Freeman loses it, and here's Broussard going up against number 4, Lama Babe, who went down, and BC clears the zone with 1 minute left, and here comes Bottle and number 19, Preston out to kill this last minute of this power play as Alberta dumps it in, and in deep is number 6, Morrison, who gets it back to the point as that puck is fanned on as BC gets it out barely, as here's Nishu turning it the other way with a quick shot and a save by Houle as that puck is covered up by Harley Houle with 15:53 gone in the second period. 3-1 British Columbia, as we have a lot of fans here tonight, a lot of Oiler fans, as Oilers are down 2-1 to the Golden Knights as Bottle kind of dumped and gave that away. As here comes Alberta the other way, as Alberta, Big Snake and Bottle battle as Big Snake's throwing her weight around as a couple BC players went flying, which were Bottle and Broussard. Big Snake number 22, pretty solid, as here's Phoenix, who gets it up to number 11, San Sigat, who gets it out. Oh, what a bounce! Oh, there's a big save by Gladstone as that puck was bouncing loose, as took a funny bounce, and walks in, and Harley House with another big save off of Freeman, as Freeman walked in there with a gallant effort, but to no avail, as they're looking at their even strength here as BC just dumps it down, as number 14, Riley, was looking for her forward, number 17, Broussard, but she zigged and the puck went zag as we got an icing call here. At Kamloops, British Columbia. Looking like a lot of Kamloops Indian band members here tonight, taking in the game, watching Jayla Bottle as BC walks out of the zone here. Here's number 14, Riley walks up, gives it off to Broussard, a quick shot. That went wide as Alberta comes the other way. No, Broussard gets it again as she's working hard. Chips the puck behind the net as Wild is in on the hustle, as so is Gabriel, and looking like a change here as Broussard and Gabriel are changing, and that's picked off by number 5, Russell, who wheels it around, and BC's coming back the other way. Here's Wild, who's been out there a while, and here's number 18, who gets a quick shot off, which is Morse. Walks out, tries to slide it in, and Morse does! She's jumping to the crowd as Morse gets a beautiful goal from behind the net and outworked the Alberta defenseman. Got a lucky bounce, came up with the puck. We have a 4-1 hockey game as Naya Morse from Team BC gets a goal, and Naya is also from the Blood Tribe. She played her hockey with the Delta Hockey Academy out here in BC. Nothing but hard work to get that. And there's number 5, Russell, who forechecked hard. Here's Alberta's. Oh, nice stick check by number 19, who is Preston, who got that her stick on it as BC works and walks that puck out as they dump it in, and they're on the forecheck. And here's number 19, Preston, on the puck in the corner, and here comes Lama Abe, who's tripped up by her own player, and looking like it was an offside as the ref missed that. Here's Makokis with the sauce pass, and number 15 walks in as they're trying to get it. It's a goal! Diana Makokis gets a goal, and a nice feed by Broussard with a goal and a helper as Broussard is on a mission at 13:07 as Harley Hull had that get snuck by her, and Alberta's looking at pulling their goalie. 5-1 as Hull is chased from this game, as can't say it's been all her fault, but a few unlucky bounces in the net now for Team Alberta as they call a timeout. Is Brooke Davis for Team Alberta. She's from Okotoks, Alberta, and she played her hockey in the North Shore here in British Columbia as she takes the net, stretching out as BC capitalizes on a play behind the net, and Harley Hull seems to be a little shaky at the bench. That's okay, Harley. Nothing to be ashamed of as this BC team has come to play tonight as the fans from Kamloops are getting loud here as BC's up 5-1, 13:06 left in the second period. As Alberta brings it back, is number 16, Sam Baker, flicks the puck up to number 12, Vervik, who talking to their parents, and a big shout out to the grandparents back home in Alberta and all over Manitoba as BC's forechecking, and looks like the ref's putting his whistle away as Alberta comes the other way, dumped in by number 21 Cameron Wrestler as BC comes back hard the other way as they dump and chase, and looks like they're getting a change here, getting some freshies out there. Here comes Gabriel, and NAHC is icing call by the officials. 12-13 gone in this second period. I don't know how many people from Alberta are watching this game live or watching the Oilers, but we got an entertaining hockey game as BC gets the puck at the line and Bottle gives it to Gabriel as Gabriel loses it, and here's number 14 for BC, Riley, who lost the puck, and Alberta comes the other way as Bottle breaks that play. Long strides by Bottle, who wheels in and chips it in and looking to out-muscle and wins that puck and gets it back to the point, and a quick shot as Brooke Davis is tested early here as BC seems to be buzzing here as Bottle gets the puck at the point, walks in and does a little button circle and trying to walk in as that's picked up, loose puck and a shot, almost a quick turnaround by number 8, Sitter, who tried to surprise Brooke Davis with a quick shot, but Brooke covered that puck up, no rebound. 5-1 British Columbia, right here at MacArthur Island, traditional territory that they come with to Secwepemc, as Team BC gets a fresh line of Makokis out there with looking like Freeman and number 17 Brassard, and Alberta moving the puck along, puck battle along the boards, kept in by BC as Brassard didn't like that check as our number 19 Preston didn't like that, so she comes hard at her check as BC and Alberta are battling hard here, even though it's 5-1. This game is far from being over, is coming back the other way, 2-on-1. As that play, Brassard was Freeman, tried to get it over, but that play's broken, and number 11 for Alberta, Sanstrigret, gets it out, kept in at the line by number 16, Botch, who drove that puck. Here's Menard with a quick shot and a save by number 1, Brooke Davis, and she come up big, and here's Menard, stick handling in a phone booth, and she is as slick as they come. Danica Menard, who played for Team Canada U18, showing off her moves there with an inside out, and Brooke Davis said, "Not tonight, Menard, I'm here to play." And that's it, I'm shutting the door as Menard was stymied by Brooke Davis. Here's Menard, rims it over to number 16, Batch, and back to Menard. Here's Menard, dumps it in deep. That's play is broken up, back to Menard as Menard gets a quick one off, and that's about 2 feet wide. And here's Alberta coming the other way, head man to number 21, Wrestler, but she's taken down as number 4 for BC. Makokis rips it up as Menard flips it to Botch. Botch takes her time with it, does a little shimmy move, and probably have the coach fuming a bit as that was a little bit dangerous. Here comes Makokis as she stepped into by number 21, Wrestler. Breakaway, is that a nice move? Oh! Sam Baker had Gladstone out, but missed the net. Is a nice move by Gladstone as she walked right in there, and BC got lucky there as good play by Alberta to move that puck forward, and little out front as that puck's pushed back into the corner as BC's looking at trying to get it out. That puck kept to the line. And BC seems to be on their heels a bit here as Bottle loses a battle as that puck's at the line, and BC finally gets it out as number 15, Wild, gets it out, but Alberta pushes it back in, and there's number 10 who wins that battle, Caroline Head, and here's 14 coming the other way up to Sadler as that's too far as she loses it. Oh, nice stretch pass as that was offside as number 10 was a good half a step offside, Carolyn Head, as BC was looking for a long play out and Alberta put himself offside as BC catches a break there. Some bodies being flying around here as BC seems to be getting a little sloppy here with their passes and is looking for that long stretch pass when they should be coming back, but Alberta flicks that a little bit too hard as number 12, Vernevec, who dumped that a little too hard and that bounced over number 15, McGonigal's stick as BC's pressuring as they're looking at keeping it in, they dump it in, and there's number 15, McGonigal, Gracie McGonigal, up to number 2, and that looks like an icing call or an offside as Alberta's got to clear the zone, and here comes number 5 for BC. Russell can't get it out as Alberta seems to be having a pretty good aggressive forecheck as they win the battle on the line. Here's number 6 who walks in and Gladstone stuck her pad out as I don't know if that was a fan or a pad save, but nonetheless Alberta's coming back hard. Gladstone clears that puck away as they seem to be all over him. Lamobel's line with Erlam and Morrison seem to be how BC is there. BC gets a change here as on comes Menard and number 16 back. So top pairing out there is looking at BC has the puck wheeling around. Here's Gabriel. She walks in, hits her shoulder, loose puck, and Alberta carries it out as BC's got full forces back as four Team BC players to come back and shut that down. Long stretch pass to Gabriel from Bach didn't work, and Menard comes back as BC's looking to skate it, and maybe Menard's going to try and go coast to coast as she does as she gains the line. She walks in, and here she is trying to go hard to the net, but that's shut down, and BC stick checks is number 8 for BC. Sitters tying her man at Alberta dancing with the puck. Here's number 16, Sam Baker, who's had a lot of jump tonight. 21 on the puck, which is wrestler, and looks like wrestlers out there with number 16, Sam Baker, who dangerous play by number 14, loses the puck and a quick shot as 14 from BC. Riley had a dangerous, and that was very, very costly mistake by Riley going up the middle. Turnover as Alberta scores to make it 5-2. Number 15 for Team Alberta pots their second goal, and that's Grace McGonigal. And that was a shift where Alberta seemed to outwork BC in their zone, and costly turnover as BC tried to play it up the middle, and that's a no-no in this kind of hockey, and BC is trying to make these long passes, and Alberta is taking them away every chance they get. Here Bottle steps up, and she falls down, and it looks like she's down as Bottle's hurt as she's going to the bench, and here comes 19 Preston, steps on for Bottle, and quick shot by Tiana Makokis as Brooke Davis seems to provide a little bit of spark for Alberta as she's shutting the door here as 4:16 gone as Alberta gets a nice goal by McGonigal, who banged one home as puts Alberta up in this period as that's chipped out to the neutral zone as going back as Russell as she looks at a weak pass picked off at the blue line as number 15 McGonigal gets the puck back in, and here's Preston off to number 17 Broussard as BC seems to have trouble at that last foot of the line as here's Russell again as Alberta's pushing. Another shot, and Gladstone puts her paddle down as BC's trying to get that puck out as Alberta's all over him right now with the forecheck, and here's number 9 Freeman comes back and puts it in deep, and there's Russell again as BC seemed to get caught in their own end as they can't get it out as Alberta's got a good forecheck, and here's number 9 Freeman who looking at a long stretch pass. Here goes Broussard as she provides a little snow, and number 11 J.D. Saint-Segret is going to go to the box at 3:02 of the second period as she cross-checked Broussard, who gave a little bit of snow to Brooke Davis, and unfortunately the ref just called a 1 penalty here. Now Team BC sends out a power play of looking like Gabriel Broussard and number 18 Morse, and looking like Menard's going to quarterback this power play with Bottle. It looks like she just got shaken up. She's back out there for the power play. There's a puck battle. There's a nice stick work by Alberta as Bottle, big frame, stops the puck and settles it down, sets it up for Menard as Menard flips it off to number 18, Morse, and Morse flips it over to Bottle, and nice little give and go, and puck's loose as Morse covers that, as Brooke Davis covers that up as Gabriel was going to the net hard, and Alberta puts fresh unit out there, and they got number 2 out there, which is Bork, and number 12, which is Furubak, along with number Furubak, as Alberta wins another draw behind the net as they're battling hard. BC gets the puck, and number 18 Morse walks out, and here's Menard, and fanned on that shot, and Menard gets it again off to number 18. Quick shot, and that's blocked by Alberta as Alberta wins that battle, and looked like a little bit of hold. BC got away with one, and here's 18 Morse, gets it back to Bottle, who does a little fancy spinorama at the line and walks in and gets it over to Menard. She's looking at a shot off to number 18 Morse. That's wide as Broussard tries to wrap around. Puck is loose, and that goes wide. Back to Menard at the point as Menard walks it to the middle, gets the shot up. big save! Big save by Brooke Davis with 40 seconds left on this power play as Brooke Davis stuck her pad out and kicked that puck up, and she covered it up with her blocker. And this goaltending of Brooke Davis seems to give Alberta a little bit of lift here as BC comes back with Friedman Makokis and number 4, Tayani Makokis. As here's Bach at the point maneuvering around, and they got the Makokises out there for BC, who via Saddle Lake but going to school at the Okanagan Hockey School, as they play a little bit of catch. And here's Bach as they look at trying to create a shot with 15 seconds left on this power play as Makokis walks the line. And here's number 9, Adriana Freeman, who does a little stutter slow, and that puck is off a player out front, which I believe is number 7, Ava Chevelle. She's a big body who got in front of that puck, and 2 seconds left. Maybe if BC can win a draw here and create a chance. But Alberta will be killing this off with 1:04 left in the second period, as we've got number 4, LaBelle, out there against or Lamaby out there. She wins the draw. Here comes number 18, Erlam. Erlam walks in and gets a shot that's blocked by Botch. And coming out is BC in a little chip play, and BC's getting it in deep. They want to force the play as Alberta's coming back the other way. Race between Bach and Lamabe, as we got an icing call here with 41.2 seconds. 5-2 BC, as BC sends out a fresh line of number 17 of Makokis, Tiana Makokis, Broussard, and number 9, Freeman. And we've got Menard out there and number 16, Batch, as Alberta gets the puck behind the net, as BC wins the battle on a loose puck as Makokis gives it off to Broussard, who was checked by number 7, Ava Chevelle, who gets it out. It looks like a icing call here on BC as 14.5 seconds left, and Alberta is looking at a change here as they're getting their top line out there of Morrison, Lamabe, and number 18, Erlam, as they've had a pretty solid game, as Menard is pinching behind there, holding that puck, as Lamabe gets physical, as Menard smartly plays a position on that, as number 18 takes a run at it. Erlam, as her and Menard are having words, as Erlam took a pretty good run at the captain of British Columbia. 5-2 Team BC over Team Alberta, as Alberta had a change in goaltenders, as Harley Houle was chased from this game with giving up 5 goals, and Brooke Davis comes in for Team Alberta, and she's been pretty solid so far. Hasn't let any goals and facing some rubber, as Team Alberta down 5-2 after 2. We'll be back after station identification. Shane Gottfredson doing your play-by-play, former chief of Kamloops, doing my part, loving the game of hockey, and we'll see you after this break. Team BC enters the ice here. Good crowd here. 5-2 BC so far over Alberta as goaltending change. Brooke Davis in the game for Alberta, who's had a pretty solid start so far as he's closed the door on BC is Laura Gladstone for British Columbia's given up a couple. And just a note to the fans at home watching and listening, number 19 is Preston Gabriel from the Okanagan, Penticton area. I've been calling her Preston all game, but her last name's Gabriel, and that's the daughter of Craig Gabriel out of the Okanagan. And Samara Gabriel is number 21. I was calling her Preston Gabriel, but that's a correction on the score sheet. As Samara Gabriel, that's the daughter of Tommy Gabriel. And where are you, Tommy? You should be here watching your girl play. My good buddy Tommy down from the Osuyas Indian Band. And her chief is the famous Chief Clarence Louie, my good buddy, who's should be down here as everybody talks about our kids are the most important thing. And Kamloops has this place packed with supporting number 3 Jayla Bottle out there. Also has family in the blood area as Alberta wins the first face-off of this period as they get it in, and Tiana Makokis rubs her check off as here she comes the other way, flips it out, not out as that's good Bottle skates and flicked it out as Alberta wheels it around again, and little give and go as Bottle closes the door as Alberta is all over him as loose puck as Laura Gladstone covers that up as some fresh ice here as neck guards are flying and pucks are loose, and Team BC is looking at a change here as they get this defensive pairing out as they had a little trouble in their zone. And another win by Makokis. Nice breakout by BC as here's number 17 Brassard who gets the puck in deep. Brassard, Freeman, and number 10 Tiana Makokis out there. Alberta comes and they get the puck and they dump it in, and 21 looks like she's changing wrestler as Alberta gets the puck. They've been winning some low puck battles here, and BC just can't seem to get it out as Tiana Makokis rims it off the glass and gets it out as a chip off of number 2 for Alberta. As here's Menard, the little speedster, as she's wound up as she goes wide and walks around everybody, and oh my God, she was hit hard as she was taken out by number 2 from Bork from Team Alberta. Is big physical play as Menard was wheeling around and she got nailed. Here comes the captain, number 8 for Alberta House, who wheels it around, and here comes BC as Niche is walking up as Alberta, puck loose, shot, quick shot off by number 8 Sitter as Brooke Davis makes another save as she adjusts her net as these goalies use those nets to push off to get angles, and sometimes the net comes off and Brooke Davis resets her net, and face-off draw won by BC just outside the line. Here's number 14 Riley gets it back to Bottle, and Bottle does a long stretch. That's chipped off apparently by what the ref says, and no icing as BC is trying to forecheck here as they got two girls in deep. He's got number 21, Tommy Gabriel's girl out there. She wins the puck, chips it forward. Probably had a little more time than she thought, but Samara flicks the puck up and gives it to the ref. And looking at taking a draw here is you got Gabriel, Nish, and Wild out there as our number 18. Sorry, that's Morse. As they've number 8 as they've moving girls around. Sitters get the chance to play with this big line, and here's Nish who walks the line and gives a drop, quick shot, and that's kicked out by number 8. Number 8, Deja House, who flips it up, and BC's all over it. Body check by number 13 for Team Alberta. Alberta stays on side as Gladstone chips that puck out. Is coming the other way as BC's on a break, and oh, number 19, Gabriel, was turned aside as she walked in. She had a good head of steam, and Brooke Davis shut the door. Here's number 10 for Alberta, dumps that puck in deep, and coming the other way is BC now, is flicked to the middle. That puck is broken up, is battling hard in the neutral zone here, both these teams, and ice is tough commodity to find, some open ices. These girls are taking away time and spaces. Here's Russell who flips it up, and coming the other way is Alberta. Number 21, Wrestler, gets it in, and that puck's high off the glass, out of play, as Wrestler flicks it out, and Alberta's getting some fresh tea out there. Coming out is Alberta on the back end is Bork. Has looked like she jumped back on D, and number 7, which is Chevelle, out there for Alberta. And here's Bork who rips the puck in, and Gladstone down on her knees and grabs that puck there. Stoppage of play, 15:40 in the first period, is barn burner going on next door between Manitoba and Ontario. Last I checked, it was 1-1, as very physical game as here comes Alberta as number 16 dancing around. She's got lots of room. Oh, she had room there. There was room on Gladstone, but that puck was just fired wide as Sam Baker was looking good here for Alberta. She gets the puck again. She walks in. Nice little cute pass as Gladstone covers that puck up as Sam Baker for Team Alberta seems to have some jump here, and Sam's based out of Calgary, and she played at the Ed School this year, and she's got a lot of jump here in the third period as Baker's looking really good out on that ice there as Alberta wins another draw. Back to the point, tried to feed it out as number 18 Erlam was boxed out, and looks like a big body check was thrown by number 10 for BC, which was Tiana Makokis, asking what did I do as she laid out her check in the corner. That's a no-no in girls hockey. You're not allowed to body check, unfortunately, as now Alberta goes to the power play at 14:57, and a huge draw by Brassard. She wins it as she rips it hard off of an Alberta defender and goes deep, and on the forward check is Freeman. Freeman gets the puck as she's bodied as she's trying to freeze the puck back there, and She's got to get back now. Got to put her head down and catch that puck. And a little bit too long as Bach tried to pinch on that. As here's Menard. As Menard boxes out as number 6 gets the hook. And here's Menard. She's got a head of steam. Watch out as she's got some moves. As she got stick checked. As Menard gets it again. And here she is. She steps back. Drops it for number 17. Brassard. And Brooke Davis has come to play tonight in her relief role as Brassard seems to be wheeling around with the puck. And quick change as Bach comes out and Russell steps on as Russell. Brassard has got 3 Alberta players in the corner, and it looks like she won that battle as coming the other way. Alberta's got a 2-on-1 and a quick shot, and that's scored by number 4, her second of the game. Lam Abel, she ripped that right over the top of Gladstone's glove, as that's a power play goal. As Brassard worked so hard behind the Alberta net, and Alberta came out with it, and they had a 2-on-1, and they capitalized to pull within 2. We got a new game. 5-3 BC over Alberta so far. All Alberta so far here in the third is, oh, that didn't miss by much as Bork ripped one wide. And here comes BC. They walk in. Oh, another save and another save as Davis robs Wild. And that was a great blocker save. That's waved off. BC is falling apart here as they're forgetting about defense as Alberta is transitioning their game to another level as they move the puck. Here's Wild again. He's got another chance and she's in. She's checked by number 8, House, who made a great back check. As this line had a great effort by Wild and number 18, Nia Norris. As here's BC again as Makokis wins the battle. She's walking in looking for a shot. Quick shot as Alberta defender number 15, McGonigal, Grace McGonigal, got her stick on that, and she got a big goal here for Alberta tonight as well. She'd have let a laser go, and that beat Gladstone over the glove. And looks like Alberta, they're not giving up here, as seem to be outworking Team BC so far.
Need a shutout out here.
And
Need a shutout out here.
And BC, here's Tiana Makokis, as we have Ethan Makokis joining me here, as he's got 2 sisters out here playing, Tiana and Sophie Makokis. As Ethan, tough loss tonight as Team BC boys, as they lose. Here comes Alberta, as Alberta seems to be getting some good pressure on BC, as number 10 for Alberta, Carolyn Head, just put her head down and drove the net as Gladstone took time and space away. And looking at big save. As Ethan wants to give a big shout out to his brothers back home, Silas, Wendy Boy, and Braden Makokis. Shout out to the boys back home. The families loving BC here in the warm weather. As BC looks at stretching out, here's Niche walking in. Oh! She sniped that in the top corner. Maddie Niche with the long stretch pass that was given to her by Bach. As Samara Gabriel, I don't know who's happier, Niche or Gabriel, and Gabriel kind of celebrating like her dad does, Tommy, when he scores. But good goal by BC. They're up by 3 again. And Alberta, it's been all Alberta up until that goal as Brooke Davis finally let one in. And here comes Menard as she got some move, headmans the puck, and long shot by number 8. Center who as Maddie Neves gets a big goal for BC with 11-21. Alberta, though, they're not giving up. They're working hard here as good, solid hockey club here as Alberta, is playing hard forecheck, coming back hard is number 18, and that play's broken up by Russell. Here's number 11, Corina, Adams Lake. First Nation as Peyton Corina rips it out of play as Alberta got their stick on that, and have to say a pretty impressive 6th goal by Niche, and boy, she got a lot on that as Davis doesn't give up much space, but she got a snipe on that goal as here's BC back and forth as Russell gets it up and BC chips it, and they're looking, here's Russell again, nice rink wide pass to Sadler as Sadler gets it in, and looks like Alberta is going to get a cross-checking penalty as Riley Bork is going to go to the sin bin for cross-checking, as that's a penalty that was kind of away from the play, and Riley's probably wishing that, she'd have that play all over. But nonetheless, British Columbia goes on the power play. They've got Gabriel Brassard and looks like number 18 Morse out there. Power play by D is bottled to Menard, and a quick shot as that puck goes back to the top of the circle, and Menard brings it to the center and gives it to Brassard as Bottle jumps in, and as they bring it over to number 18 is BC's trying to get fancy here as number 18 Morse is trying to make a tough pass, and that shot on net by Morse as Brooke Davis handles that with no rebound. Alberta gets a fresh unit out there. Looks like they've got Chevelle and Howes out there on D with number 16 out there as well. Sam Baker, who skates pretty nice. And here's another shot on goal. Rebound, loose puck. BC gets it back. Menard and a quick shot. That just goes wide. Bottle's got the puck as Alberta snuck up on her, and I don't know how Bottle managed to get that quick shot. Loose puck as the ref gives Brooke Davis the benefit of the doubt as she blows that whistle down. 1 minute left in this power play as BC seem to be moving it around good, as now they put out Tiana Makokis, number 9 Freeman, and of course number 8 Sitter, and you got Bach and number 19 Gabriel Preston out there as Preston's got it. She's gonna get a shot. Gabriel just shoots it off of the blocker as number 9 here tries the impossible. As I think sometimes you got to move that puck a little quicker, as getting caught at the blue line was number 16 Batch, as here's number 4 walks in, and of course number 16 gave that away as LaBelle looks like her hat trick goal. As where's the hats here for number 4 Lambelle, as number 16, Madison Batch, who gave that puck away. Costly mistake as Alberta gets a shorthanded goal, gets some new life as Batch gives it away and gives up that opportunity. Dangerous when you look at moving on that blue line when you're on the power play, and Alberta was hard on the forecheck. Here's Bernard again, back to Bottle, and here BC again with the quick shot, rimmed around. Bottle pitches down low on the post. Here's Gabriel, she's bodied hard by number 15 for that penalty's now over. Even strength as BC Bottles controlling it as flips it back over to Gabriel, trying to one-time. Broussard just missed the net as I believe Davis got a piece of that. And here's Menard as BC chips it in as Gabriel slopping her stick on the ice, calling for the puck as BC's looking like they're needing a change here as Bottle dumps it in. Would have been a good time for a fresh change, but nope, here comes Alberta as Sophie McTiana, oh, she gets hit hard. Number 2 steps into her. Riley Bork steps into Makokis. She never seen that as Riley Bork has got a burr under her saddle as icing call here as Bork's trying to energize her team with a 6-4 lead as we've got a tight one now as BC has the line of Tiana Makokis, Niche, and number 18, Naya Morse. They've created a few opportunities here. Number 8, Sitter. Sitter battling along the boards. Puck loose and coming the other way is Baker. As Baker flips it up. Here comes Morrison. Oh, and a glorious save on Lambay by Gladstone as Lambay. She's looking like she's on fire here. She's got a hat trick, looking for more as Alberta puck comes out as here's Bach, Russell gets it up as BC's getting a little sloppy here in their zone. 6:45 as Niche gets the puck, and here comes BC trying to get it out as Tiana Makokis is hooked and no call as Alberta seemed to get away with one there as here comes BC as Niche again. She's walking in on House and Niche got a good battle, and of course good support by Alberta. Number 13 comes back to help out, and that's Boudreau, and Alberta back the other way as Big Jada Bottle rims that puck around, and here comes BC again as number 18. Here's number 4. Makokis walks in and tried a flip shot as her and number 15 Wild did a little bit of give and go as we got Morse out there taking this draw against looks like Baker, or is that Baker? Number 18 is won by BC off the draw as number 18 Morse behind tried to get it out as Bottle chips in as Makokis tries to keep it in, and BC's up by 2 here with 5 minutes to go, and here comes number 18 Morse for a change, and Bottle keeps it in as got some big feet there and couldn't get, oh, long stretch pass. That's waved off as looking like Alberta beat Bottle to that puck as they get it out as back to retrieve it is number 11 San Seagret, who dishes it off and almost gave it away as Freeman almost stole that puck as Batch, who dumps it in, as here comes Alberta again as Sam Baker is turning around as number 9 Freeman gets her stick on that. Down the ice they go, and here's Menard, had a lot of time, gets it up to number 17 Broussard as that plays a broken play as here comes Alberta the other way as that stick is got in the way, and here's Alberta, walks in the BC zone as big number 14 Emma LaBelle. Oh, and that puck's given away by Broussard off the skate of number 10 Tiana Makokis in the corner as Batch and Makokis back, and here comes Makokis with the puck, and of course number 9 Freeman comes back, got to get it out as she tries to get it out, but Alberta's forecheck, and that puck's at the line and couldn't get it out again. That last foot is probably the hardest, and here's Lame who's working hard, and Makokis finally gets it out. It's looking like a 2-on-1 here if she can get it, as Makokis didn't see Freeman, and Makokis again gives it. Quick shot by number 19. Missed the net for BC as BC reams the puck around, and Alberta pushes it back and regroups, and BC does the change here as here comes some fresh skaters as number 2 and 8 for BC come out, which is Niche and Sitter. And here's BC again as they walk it over the center line, dump it in, and looking at 2:56 left in the period as Alberta skater wide open there as BC needs to, take care of their own here and get a system going. Alberta, they've got nothing but quit as Gabriel at the blue line pushes the puck in deep. Back for number 17 for Team Alberta as Ross Sentner, who gets it up as Bottle gets it out as she spins back and looks at better move the puck here as she does, as here comes BC as that's a dangerous looking play as BC needs to take care of its end, and looked like a little bit of interference as Bottle was picked by number 21 for Alberta. Got away with one there as here's Menard as I don't know why BC wants to hang on to the puck as Menard moves it out to Freeman as Freeman puck caught in her feet as again here Bottle looks like at the end of a long shift rips it over the linesman's head, and here comes San Seagret up to number 6, which is Morrison, who dumps it down the ice, and Bottle goes back to retrieve it, and she's forechecked and loses the puck over as here's the D, a quick shot, and that's blocked by Menard as Menard gets it up, and here's Menard feeds it off to number 9, and BC just can't seem to get a break as that bounced off Freeman's skate, and here's Lamable who walks in and just misses the net as she's taken down as Bottle looks like she's gassed and gets it out, and looking at a change here. Here comes number 14 for BC, Riley, as Bottle drags herself off the ice as rims around. Here's Freeman and Alberta. Here's Tiana Makokis with the skate, bounces it up for number 17 Broussard as I don't know who hit the ice there. Makokis tries to feed number 14 Riley, who stepped up, as looking like BC's still going for it here as icing call as Tiana Makokis seems her hands up as number 4 Lame Bell, who's had 3 goals, not happy with Makokis as the girls are exchanging a little bit of pleasantries. 22.7 seconds left in this hockey game. 6-4 British Columbia over Alberta. And I can tell you it's been an exciting back and forth game. A little bit sloppy at times, but BC, as that's a loose puck. Oh my God, it's Brooke Davis. She come in and stuck her pad out, made the save, loose puck, and of course BC Wild was trying to bang that puck home, and Brooke Davis covers it up for another whistle as face off now on the other side. 15.9 seconds left as number 21 Gabriel out there to take this big draw as Wild chases her man as BC comes back, and there's Sam Baker, and here's Alberta again pushing hard as time's winding down, and time's run out on Alberta as BC hangs on to an exciting 6-4 win. And Alberta, critical moment in this hockey game is when Harley Houle got chased by BC after giving up 5 goals. And Brooke Davis came in and shut the door, but she gave up 1 goal, and that was a snipe by NAHC as BC comes out on top as Gladstone gets the win after giving up 4. Gladstone played a pretty solid game for British Columbia. BC got a little bit sloppy, I can say, as I think they need to tighten their game up defensively as they played a little bit of run and gun and played a little bit too much chase when they were up 6-4. Tried to press hard, but they didn't really need to. But BC hangs on for the win as Alberta goes down tonight, as we've got a score as the Edmonton Oilers look like they've tied it up 2-2 in the third period, as Mark Stone's got a couple goals and Corey Perry scores for Edmonton, as well as big Leon Draisaitl, as Connor McDavid's in on both of the Oilers' goals. And I can tell you right now, that's going to be a good series as, Team Alberta, I know they're cheering hard for the Oilers as they lose tonight, Team Alberta, as Tiana Lame-Bell, she had a good game for Team Alberta, and she's from the Strathcona country, and she played for the St. Albert Slash. And number 16, Sam Baker, as well, out of Calgary. She had another good game. As well did number 8, the captain for Alberta, Deja House from Rocky Mountain House, who played for the Edmonton Junior Oilers. And game star, of course, goes to the girl who potted all the goals for Alberta. She got 3 out of the 4 tonight. And of course for Team BC, the captain, Danica Menard, she gets the player of the game. That's a wrap for tonight. Thanks for coming. I'm Shane Gottfredson from Team British Columbia. Our Team BC, I'm one of your play-by-play, my camera guy, Elliot Goodyear. We thank you all for listening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow as things are tightening up as BC moves to 2-1, and Alberta now goes to 1-2 as Alberta played a great game earlier by defeating the champs from Ontario, but they fall tonight as Harley Howell got the loss and Brooke Davis come in relief. But Laura Gladstone with the W tonight, and that's a wrap from Kamloops. Good night, everyone.